Rev it up and welcome to Cars Yeah, show number 1452. Merry Christmas.
This is Cars Yeah, where you'll enjoy interviews with inspiring automotive enthusiasts. Mark Green is here to provide you with a fuel injection of automotive inspiration. So get in, sit down, buckle up, and get ready for a wild ride here on Cars Yeah.
Here on Christmas Day this morning, I'm going to read to you a very special version of Clement Clarke Moore's "Twas the Night Before Christmas." It's slightly customized, a little hot-rodded up, you might say. It's my version of the story, something I wrote years ago that I'd love to share with you today. And I hope you enjoy this version, a very special version of the Christmas story. But first, a quick thank you and a quick word about my extremely much appreciated sponsors here on Cars Yeah. Without these sponsors, I couldn't do this year after year. And I wanted to say a special Merry Christmas to them and a quick shout out. Covercraft, Car Cover Company, and so much more. Covercraft has been with me since the beginning. I've been using their covers since 1975 and so many of their products. And since then, they've grown to an incredible company. I even did an episode of Cars Yeah TV with them that perhaps you got a chance to see this year on MAV TV or Lucas Oil Racing. Love the people at Covercraft. I'm so honored to be working with them and helping promote them. Look for some very special things with Covercraft in the coming new year. Edelbrock Performance is a company that's rather new to Cars Yeah here. They were supporters for the last quarter in 2019. I love their products. I love their people. Love what they do. You can even get a special 10% discount at Edelbrock if you go there and mention Cars Yeah. They make some incredible products, company that's been around forever. I got to shoot a TV show with them as well on Cars Yeah television. Incredible company. It blew me away when I got to visit them, so I hope you got a chance to see that. Sports Car Market Magazine, SCM, my good friend Keith. You know, Keith and I go way, way back, and they've come on board as a sponsor to help promote Cars Yeah. You're going to see something very special coming out of Sports Car Market in conjunction with Cars Yeah. A little teaser there of what's coming in the new year, but I hope you go and subscribe to their incredible magazine and their online presence. Go and get their weekly blog that Keith writes. If you love cars, if you love the concept of car values and so forth, Sports Car Market, it's one of the very few magazines that I still subscribe to. I pretty much canceled many of my subscriptions. Sports Car Market is the way to go. And of course, my good friend Chris Kimball, who helps my wife and I with our financial advising and investments. Chris has been a supporter, probably heard every show that I've done. Whenever I make a flub up, he's the first one to remind me. He keeps me on the straight and narrow. If you need some help with your financial investing and advice, you can go to the website, click on the link there, check out Chris Kimball Financial Services. Again, a huge thank you to these folks. This podcast wouldn't exist without them. Covercraft, Edelbrock, Sports Car Market Magazine, and Chris Kimball. Thank you to you guys for making it possible. And now we're going to start with a little thing that I've created here. Of course, the night before Christmas. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and upon my garage bench, not a tool was a-spinning, not even a wrench. The cars were all parked in their stalls with great care, in hope that St. Nicholas soon would be there. This car guy was nestled all snug in my bed, while visions of sports cars raced through my head, and my wife in her overalls, and I in my driver's cap, had just parked our booties for a long winter's nap. When out on the driveway, there arose a valve clatter. I sprang to the bed to see what was the matter. Away to the garage, I flew like James Hunt, but I tripped on a floor jack and had quite a shunt. The moon on the paint of my shiny car's hood had the luster of fresh paint on cars that are good. When what to my wondering eye should appear but a train of cool sports cars and a driver so dear. He was a spirited old racer, so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be St. Nick. More rapid than racers, his cars they all came, and he honked and blipped throttles, and he called them by name. Now Porsche, now Ferrari, now Ford and Chevrolet. On BMW, on Bugatti, on Aston Martin from the UK. Drive Jaguar, drive McLaren, drive Lamborghini and Audi too. Shift Tesla, shift Morgan, shift Mercedes, and boy, how they flew. The smell of spent race fuel lingered thick in the air, and the marks of burnt rubber were on my driveway. They were there. So on to the driveway, the marks how they flew. It was a sled pulled by cars, driven by St. Nicholas, too. And then, all arriving, I heard in the garage the distinct double clutch of a red Viper Dodge. As I poked in my head, he was turning around, and into my garage did St. Nicholas pull up with a bound. He was dressed like a racer from his head to his foot, and his race suit was tarnished with oil and black diesel soot. A bundle of car parts he had flung on his back, and he looked like a mechanic, opening up that tool sack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how quaint. His cheeks were like chrome, and his nose like metallic paint. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard of his chin was as white as a headlight's glow. The exhaust from the tailpipe drifted through the night's air, and he shut the engines down with a quick blip and a care. His smiling face looked out of his bell helmet all round. He shook when he laughed like a V12 making sound. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old racer, and I laughed when I saw him like a barn fine car chaser. A wink of his eyes were like the sparkle of chrome stars, and I knew that this old jolly fellow really loved cars. He spoke not a word. He delivered his treats. He filled my glove boxes and trunks and the bucket seats, and laying his wrench aside of his nose, he gave a nod, and into his car he arose. The cars they all fired up with a glorious roar, and away they all drove right out my garage door. And he yelled with excitement as he drove out of sight, "Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night." I want to thank Clement Clark Moore for his Christmas inspiration. I hope you enjoyed this little Christmas treat for you today. I'm going to let you get back to your families and friends. No matter what you celebrate this time of year, I hope that you do celebrate it with family and friends. I hope you get together. I hope that you have gotten together with the special people in your lives and maybe have a little bit of automotive fun thrown in. You can find a copy of this poem on the Cars Yeah website. I hope you enjoyed it. Merry Christmas to all. Until tomorrow, I'll see all of you down the road.
Thank you so much for joining us on today's ride here at Cars Yeah. Drive on over to carsyeah.com to find show notes and inspiring automotive fun. Download your free copy of Filler Up, a fun book filled with gorgeous photographs of fuel filler fun, including quotes from more inspiring automotive enthusiasts. Download your copy today, and we'll see you next time on Cars Yeah.